Okay, for you three, I think we have to tailor make it to you. And so, where is Ornella? Here. You went in the morning? You went in the morning. Okay. Okay, so I think you're okay with debating. I don't think you need to sit there and do that again. So we'll start all the debates with the four possibilities just to kind of force that habit. But then let's try and focus a little bit more on our actual debates. Yeah? Is that okay? So for that, I don't know how much we need to return to form sources and the divisions of existent as, what is it, permanent and impermanent. Yeah? Unless you have something you want to do from there. Is something unclear there? Because I would then move with one different definition, definiendum. We're going to not carry on with the text, Mark. We're going to revisit everything so that we can do it in a little more detail here. Yeah? Okay? So I would move there, unless you want to touch upon something from everything until one and different. Is there anything you would like to touch upon again? Yeah, Ornella, are you okay? You're going, okay, want to go ahead? You want to do anything from those? I don't think the answer is clear to anyone. Whether a white horse is white or it's a horse, we still don't know that, right? And I don't think anyone really has like a great answer. But do you know how to debate that? That's kind of what we're concerned with, right? So I think at that point, let's try and do one and different again today. Substantially one, substantially different. Again, I don't think this is particularly hard. Mark still thinks his finger is his hand. So that you still might want to debate a little bit outside. It's up to you.
No, in my exam,
Huh?
I switched sides in my exam.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you did. That's right. Okay. And then there's definition and definiendum, which again, I don't think, especially with you three, we need to touch upon very much, which will then lead us very quickly to isolates. I do want to burst your bubble because isolates we've already done in great detail. There's not much more that we can do here. We can debate it more intensively, but I don't think I have any explanation that I can add to what we've already done. Okay? So I want to just come back to one and different. So what is the definition of one? What is the definition of different? What is the definition of substantially one, substantially different, etc.? So just tell me quick. What's the definition of one? You're missing something. Phenomena. There's an addition of phenomena. Because otherwise horns of a rabbit would become one. Got it? So non-diverse phenomena. Different? Exactly, right? Diverse phenomena. Substantially one? And then?
Suitable to appear to a direct mind appears as non-diverse.
Non-diverse. Substantially different? Do you remember? Ornella is substantially different? Diverse. Substantially existent, and if it was suitable to appear. We have to go like that, yeah? Okay. Yeah? Why do we say if it was suitable to appear? Why do we say if it was suitable to appear? Why do we make this addition? Huh? Insubstantially one, huh? Why do we do this? Give me an example. It's substantially one with what? The flower that you don't see substantially one with the flower that you don't see. The standard ones are the form sources. Like a flower and the smell of a flower are substantially one, but the flower you see with your eye consciousness, the smell doesn't appear to the eye consciousness, but were it suitable to appear to the eye consciousness, it would appear as non-diverse. Is that okay?
Is it also,
right?
I didn't know that. The impermanence of the flower, is it also substantially one?
Yes. So all the qualities of the flower are substantially one with the flower. The thing that we haven't done, and I don't think it comes up in Dudra, Lorik or Tariq, is that all the impermanent and all, it does come up. They do appear to all senses. So the impermanence of a flower does appear to the eye consciousness. We've done this, no? When one thing is perceived, all of it's, yeah. We haven't done it.
Is impermanence, what about the absence
take absence of chocolate in the flower, it follows it is substantially existent?
No.
It follows it's not substantially existent?
Exactly.
So it follows it can't be substantially one with the flower?
Exactly.
It follows it is one entity with the flower, right? Got it?
Yes.
That's why we add one entity. One entity is to include permanent phenomena,
Okay.
right? So what is the relation between substantially one and one entity?
Three possibilities.
If it is substantially one, it follows it is not one entity,
Why?
for example.
So with one entity, we just take out if suitable to appear to a direct mind.
No, we just take out is it substantially existent. We still say suitable to appear to a direct mind.
Can you ask again?
If two things, if they are substantially one, just to make it sound better, it follows they are not one entity.
They're substantially one follows they're not one entity. I'm sorry.
It's okay, you have the excuse of jet lag and travel fatigue.
Wow. Can you say again?
If they are substantially one, it follows they are not one entity, for example.
Book and book.
Please give two different things, book and book.
Book and cover of book.
Okay. It follows they are one entity. It follows they're substantially one. If they are substantially one, it follows they are one entity. If they are one entity, it follows they're substantially one. For example. And you have to give me two things that are one entity.
Absence of chocolate and
Perfect. And it follows they're not one entity. They follows they're not substantially one. It follows they are substantially one. Because they fulfill the definition of substantially one. There's no trick that's coming. I'm just following procedure. It's good if you just follow the procedure just because it just kind of forces you to get into that habit. I didn't used to do this very much. Then I saw that in the monastery in the south with the debate program in Saraj, if any of you went, they're very good at kind of just ingraining this habit in you. And we don't do it as much. So I'm kind of trying to change style. Yeah, so I'm forcing you to. Absence of chocolate and book. So it follows they are substantially one because they fulfill the definition of substantially one. What is the definition of substantially one that they don't fulfill? Which part?
substantial one is suitable to be for a direct mind.
If they were suitable to appear to a direct mind, they would appear as not diverse. Yeah? It follows that if they were suitable to appear to a direct mind, they would appear as not diverse. That's one entity.
Yeah.
So what's the addition with substantially one? In the definition, the addition is that they are substantially existent.
Yeah.
Right? So non-chocolate, what? Non-chocolate? Absence of chocolate is not substantially existent, right? Is it substantially existent?
No, it's not.
Why?
Because it has substance.
Okay. Therefore, it is not substantially one with book. It is one entity with the book. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So, when you're saying why it is, the habit that you want to form in Dudra is that you want to be able to always go to the definition and be able to understand or ground your understanding in the definition. So it should be the definitions that are answering the questions, not so much your interpretation of them. Yeah, that's why you need to have the definitions really well memorized. That's the thing. Okay, got it? So I think substantially one entity is fine. The relations are the ones that were tricky. Okay, they were very tricky, right? So what is the relationship between? I'm just going doing a few, and then I think we'll reach isolate very quickly with all of you. Interesting. What is the relationship between definition or definiendum and substantially one? between definiendums, let's go like that. What is the relationship between definiendums and substantially one? Four?
Because I don't know.
Four, okay. If they are definiendums, it follows they are not substantially one. For example,
Can I say pot and pot?
no.
Hand and finger.
Hand and finger. Take hand and finger, it follows they are definiendums.
Oh yeah.
Except.
You can say, you can make up a definition of them, it's fine. It follows a substantially one. Okay. If they are definiendums, it follows they are substantially. When you're thinking pot and pot, no, what you can do is you can say pot and silver pot, pot and golden pot. Got it? Because then you can do generality and instances. You'll still get one entity, but at least you have two different things to think about. Yeah? Okay? If they are definiendums, it follows they are substantially one. For example,
Definiendum and definition.
okay. Agree? You agree with this? Yes. If they're substantially one, it follows the definition and if it follows their definiendums.
Second.
If they are substantially one, it follows their definiendums. For example,
If they're definiendums.
if they are substantially one, do they have to be definiendums?
Hot and burning and fires hot and burning.
Huh?
Can I say that?
Which ones?
Again. Hot and burning and fires hot and burning.
Tam, you have to think of different things. You always get one.
Or
Maybe just hot and burning and fire.
Yeah. Take hot and burning and fire. It follows they are not definiendums. That's also a nice way to go about it. Okay. Answer.
Except.
It follows they are definiendums
Why?
because one is a definiendum. Because one of them is a definiendum.
No provision.
It follows if one of them is a definiendum, they are not definiendums. It follows that if they are definiendums, they both have to be definiendums. That could be one way of going about it. Okay. Otherwise, you can do simpler ones like momentary and produce and that which is produced. Right? There's so many of them. Or momentary and hot and burning. Correct? Yeah? They're substantially one. Okay? What I want you to write is this verse that I think will just be helpful because you can use it. I want to not do a bad translation. Khashing over. So anyways, the verse just says, I don't know. Oh.
We're going to write down this one.
I mean, just two lines from a verse. Deshingopothong, yeah, this is it. So it just says, when a functional thing is seen, yeah, all of its qualities or all of its attributes, maybe is better, are also seen, yeah, or perceived. Is that okay?
When a functional thing is seen, all of its attributes.
Are also seen. Now the seen over here is not limited to visual perception. It just refers to perception. Yeah? Okay?
Say that again.
When a functional thing is seen, all of its attributes are also seen.
I meant the last thing.
So seen over here in English generally tends to have a connotation of visual. So it's not visual necessarily. It's saying when functional things are perceived, all of their attributes are perceived.
Is it only direct perceiver?
Yeah, because it's functional thing. Okay? Yeah. Huh? Dharmakirti. Yeah? So why this is helpful or why this is important is for substantially one, it says when you see like a pillar, all the attributes, the eye consciousness, everything that the eye consciousness can perceive will all appear to the eye consciousness. You can't choose. So when you see the pillar, you will see the color, you will see the shape, you will see the impermanence of the pillar. They'll all appear. That's what it means. You don't have the ability to filter certain things and not others. And this becomes clearer in Lorik, where you're talking about how direct perception cannot be selective. It doesn't have a selective ability. So what this means is why the impermanence of the pillar and the pillar are substantially one is because when the pillar appears, right now while you're looking at it, so while you're looking at the pillar, technically to your eye consciousness, the impermanence is appearing, the shape is appearing, the color is appearing, all of that is appearing. Now ask yourself and say, do they all look like there's different things over there? Or do you just see one thing? That's why all of those things are appearing but as not diverse. That's what it means. Does that make sense? So the reason why all of those qualities in the pillar are substantially one with the pillar is because when the pillar appears to you, all of those qualities also appear, or those attributes. If you say the attributes don't appear, this is the quote. That's why I've given you the quote. Okay? All of those attributes also appear. So then the next question is, well, if all of those different things are appearing, let's go like this. Take the pillar and the shape of the pillar. It follows they are one. One. It follows they're different. Take the pillar and the impermanence of the pillar. It follows they're different. They're all different, right? But do they appear to the direct perceiver as diverse? They appear to the direct perceiver as not diverse? That's why they are substantially one. Does that make sense? That's what's being said. Okay? That's why we say substantially one. This is the verse, or the little two lines from a verse, that Dharmakirti uses to explain how direct perception is not selective. So all these things have to appear to you. Okay?
If this quote is taken very literally, then to the same direct perceiver that perceives flour, lead of chocolate on flour also appears.
So then, in Dharmakirti's own commentary, there is a bit of a clarification. Now, while I was giving you the verse, I was struggling in my mind whether I need to tell you this. Because then that debate opens another can of worms. But just so that you know, it doesn't say all attributes appear. It says, what was it? Yeah, but no, so when the attributes, it specifies what kind of attributes, and it says, what is it? Hang on. I'll tell you what kind of attributes they are. Oh, we've done it so much.
Does it also matter what sort of level of being you are?
No. Any direct. Drubdet Zechik, that's what it says.
Because ordinary beings don't see the impermanence.
We do. It appears to us.
But maybe it's non-discerned?
Yeah, that's the thing. So you don't know all of those things, but they all appear to you. You don't have freedom to choose. Now, the attributes that appear are, in the commentary, they are elaborated as attributes that are drubde zechik, which means they are, so we're not doing this. But just so that you know, druba is that they are established simultaneously, attributes that are simultaneously established with the thing. De zechik is that they abide simultaneously, and then zechik is that they are substantially one. And then there is, in this commentary, then there's another commentary that adds that they are also suitable to appear to that kind of consciousness, because the smell of the pillar will not appear to your eye perception, right? So the attributes of the pillar that will appear to you are the ones that arise simultaneously with pillar, abide simultaneously with pillar, and they are substantially one or produced through the same causes as pillar. Those are the kind of attributes that will appear. So because the absence of chocolate is not produced through causes but is imputed, it will not appear. That's how they go about it, yeah? Okay?
Is it possible for a pillar to appear to
Yes, this one.
But what about the back side of the pillar?
That is another debate.
But then I'm not seeing the pillar, I'm only seeing the front side of the pillar.
That's great. So then take a pillar. It follows it is not an object of eye consciousness. This is a fun debate. This is really good with generalities and instances. It follows your eye consciousness sees nothing.
Why?
What?
It sees something.
What?
The front side of the pillar.
Take the front side of the pillar. It follows it doesn't see the front side of the pillar.
Why?
Because it doesn't see all the moments of the front side of the pillar. It follows to see the front side of the pillar. It doesn't have to see all the moments of the pillar. It follows to see the pillar. It doesn't have to see all the sides of the pillar.
To see the front side?
To see the pillar, it doesn't have to see all the sides of the pillar.
It has to.
It doesn't have to. No, answer yes, no. It doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to. But why?
Because to see the front side of the pillar, it doesn't have to see all the things that are part of the front side of the pillar.
Okay.
It follows to see the front side of the pillar. It has to see all the things that belong to the front side of the pillar.
Okay. Why?
So you never see anything.
Yes, yes. No, okay.
So everything you can say, you can't see. Everything you see, you can't say. That's where you'll end up with. Which is fine. You can end up there. Sometimes some people do end up there. But the point is, Gyaltsab Rinpoche's point is, then you will never be able to see anything, because that means to see that thing, you will have to see all of its particles also. That's not possible. So, this is another, but it's like a philosophy debate, where I'm trying to pull you back to Dudra debate, okay? Okay? So I think one different, you're okay. The hand thing is still your issue. Please keep at it. Can we just quickly do isolates? So today you can do a little bit of that debate. Okay? What part of isolates can you not debate right now? Tell me. What are the 4 phenomena that are mutually inclusive with the isolate of pot? Again, I think you're all good with isolates as well. Yeah. Definiendum of. First is definiendum of flat base bulbous that has a. And the fourth one? No, you were saying it right now. Triply qualified. Substantial existent of flat base bulbous that has ability to hold water. Imputed existent, sorry. Triply qualified imputed existent of flat base bulbous that has ability to hold water. These are the 4 phenomena that are mutually inclusive with isolate of pot. Is that what it is? Yes?
What was the first one?
One with pot. Pot that is one with pot. Definiendum of flat base bulbous that has ability to hold water. The second one is pot that is one with pot. The third one is definiendum of flat base bulbous that has ability to hold water. And the fourth one is triply qualified imputed existent of that which has ability to hold water. Right? Okay? Yeah? It follows these are all mutually inclusive with isolate of pot. It follows these are all isolate of pot. Agree? Why? Take one with pot. It follows it is an isolate of pot.
Take what?
One with pot. It follows it is an isolate of pot. It follows it is not an isolate of pot. Take one with pot. It follows it is isolate of pot. Because it is one with pot. What no provision?
Just because it is one with pot, it doesn't follow it is isolated pot.
Take one with pot and isolate of pot. It follows them mutually inclusive. It follows that if it is one, it is the other, and vice versa. Because they're mutually inclusive.
I'm not so sure.
It follows that they're not mutually inclusive.
No, it's fine. They are mutually. So why?
It follows they are mutually inclusive.
Exactly.
If it is isolate of pot, it follows it is one with pot.
Okay,
If it is one with pot, it follows it is isolate of pot. Take one with pot, it follows it is isolate of pot. Good. You also accept? Take one with pot, it follows it is isolate of pot. Good. Today, please debate this. But when you debate, I want to come and hear you when you're debating. So today is at 3:30? No, dinner's at 5?
Yeah, but we started 2:44.
Huh.
There is a
2:45. No, there's no more class this afternoon. This afternoon is going to be your debate. We're doing the classes now so that you have something to debate. So today you can even come, we just need 2 hours of debate, the debate session. So you can come at 2:45 or 3, yeah, whatever, okay? Where's the debate happening? We'll do it outside in the day and we'll do it inside at night. Outside is nicer. There's also a little sound of water flowing, so your potential lung will get calmed down and things like that. This one I want you to do, okay? Try and do this today. We'll do isolates. What are we going to do in isolates? So you can start writing a few relations, huh? What is the relation between isolate of pot and one with pot? Okay. Then the other one is, what is the relation between isolate of pot and one of the phenomena that are mutually inclusive with isolate of pot? This is what I want to see. So try and do this one today, huh? What is the relation between isolate of pot and one of the phenomena that are mutually inclusive with isolate of pot? So you can just start with this. You know how to word it, right? If it is isolate of pot, it follows it is not one of the phenomena that are mutually inclusive with isolate of pot. We have 4, right?
4 questions
4 questions, but also 4 phenomena that are mutually inclusive with isolate of pot.
that we just did.
Exactly. So this is what I want you to try and do. When you try and do this, just start it out. I'm going to come and join you and I want to see how you're debating isolate of pot. Okay? So today we do isolates. Is that okay? And you can just start off with this one. And then when you start off, please ask also the definition of isolate of pot. Because then, you know, like when you start off, it follows it is isolate of pot except, it follows it fulfills the definition of isolate of pot except, what is the definition of isolate of pot? So if you do all of this, then you get a good start. And then we'll come and debate these with you. Yeah? Please rest. Are you going to try and get some sleep?
Right now?
Yeah, like pass out. Okay, great. So just do this today. I think after that we're done with isolates and then we'll add the other subjects. Yeah? But I'm assuming that the previous stuff you're comfortable with. If you would like to touch it again, please let me know. Yeah?
I feel like we could debate. I would like to do just more debates of that. Just
Of the previous ones.
yeah.
Form sources as well. Please do it. So
I
the
don't know if anybody else wants.
Mark, the idea is at the debate retreat, take advantage of the fact that you're all here and you're going to be debating for like 3.5, 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
So when the isolate debates seem to kind of get difficult, then just switch them. Just use it as much as debate practice as possible. They'll all tell you how the schedule has been planned out, but at night, the last half an hour is like open to everyone. So they will all come down and listen to your debates as well. So just take advantage of the fact that there's all these other students who've done a lot more debate, and let's see how it plays out, yeah? But let's start with just to have a subject that we do every day so that there's a little bit of debate that we build on. Then once these debates end and you want to do your own personal debates, you can always go back to them, yeah? This is valid for everyone. Okay. So we'll see you at 1:45. We want to do dedications? Sure.